Hey there, welcome to day 1343 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business over a quarter century in corporate America and 48 years in 27 different businesses and industries over the course of that time, many simultaneously and overlapping. Into the online world. 2017, I came to the internet, the online world, following my divorce, and decided I was going to hop on and figure out this online thing, this internet thing, because I, in my offline world, had never been involved in the internet. I didn't even dabble. I had a social media account here and there. I put some stuff on eBay, did a couple things with my dad and his website, but really for the most part, never jumped into the internet. So I've always been curious about it, but had the opportunity to following my divorce, so I hopped on and started to learn and do and try different things online. Followed different rabbit holes, some things that worked really, really well, some things that were complete and utter disasters that my coaches and the people that were teaching me how to do things guaranteed success in, and it was super duper frustrating. And so that's why I am documenting and sharing my journey, what's working, what's not working, what I'm continuing to do, what I'm not going to do, and then sharing some of the things that are coming down the pipe in the future as the confidentiality agreements fall off and I'm able to share those things. So right now, Get Up and Go Challenge Day 3 today. I've been doing since COVID started in 2020, 30-day Get Up and Go challenges to help people install in themselves a framework that guarantees they'll get better results after any change or challenge that they face than before. Because we take a process, everybody's got a process for dealing with challenges and changes now, but it's not always the optimum process, myself included. I've had to deal with a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, a lot of craziness that I never would have anticipated in my life and work my way through those. And I had a process for doing those. However, when I examined that process at the beginning of the pandemic, myself included, it wasn't the optimum process. It wasn't the best process for me, so I wasn't always getting the best results that I could in any given challenge or change situation. So I came up with and picked out, well, this is what I'm doing now. What do I really want to be doing? What would be best for myself? And I tested the process. I installed the process in my subconscious by doing it a lot of different times. And I figured out that, oh my gosh, this really works. Every time something comes up, I now automatically deal with it better than I did before. And I wanted to give everybody else the gift of having that confidence, that knowing, that process to become as easy as breathing, and know that whenever something happens to you or outside of you, you have the ability to run it through this process and will automatically come out the other side with the best possible outcome and results for you. And so that's what the 30-day challenge is all about. It's 30 days so we can go through all 9 areas and aspects of our life and work through an example in everybody's life that they can then go back and know with 100% certainty that they can apply it to any area or aspect of their life going forward. So if you have a change in your relationship, you'll automatically run it through the SOAP framework and you'll get the best result for you in that relationship. If you have a change in your job situation or your career, you'll again run it through the filter of the SOAP framework, and you'll have practiced it in each area and aspect of your life during the 30-day challenge, thus the 30 days, so that you don't have questions. So often we go through one of these short challenges and we're like, oh my gosh, that was cool, but I have a gazillion questions and I have no idea what to do. Well, they do that so that you'll buy their year-long coaching program or whatever. And could we do that? Sure we could. But during COVID and this crazy year of 2021, I want to make sure that we at least have a foundation to begin with, a ability to decide if a program or a coaching program or a course is right for us. We can run it through the SOAP framework. And so that's why we spent 30 days on it. So today was all about, what do you really, really want? What do you want in your life? What do you want in each of the different areas and aspects of your life? And you don't have to decide that, but just brainstorm a list out of what do you want? And mostly we know what we don't want, but how do we flip that around so that we're focusing on what we do want instead of what we don't want? Because if we focus on what we don't want, guess what? We create more of that in our life. If we focus on what we do want, we create a ton more of that in our life. And that's what we want to do. So that's what Get Up and Go Challenge was about today. Our annual challenge, to do one thing every day that centers us, are all about you, 365-day challenge to get to know ourselves better, was about, I can't remember what it was about already, and I just did it. Staying open. And I like this one because so many businesses have been closed in the last year, and I work with a lot of businesses, was stay open forever, meaning being open to the possibilities, and it ties into our challenge today, which is all about infinite possibilities, knowing that whatever you want, you can create and have in your life, no matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. What matters is what you actually really, really want. So being open to the possibilities of how it comes to you and what you want and how you attain it, that's what we want to be open about. But what we want is what we want. We want it for a reason. We want it for our own reasons. And other people may never understand why we want certain things. And that's okay. They don't have to. Only we have to understand and know that we want something. And then we figure out why we want it and we go for it. We create that in our lives. So our idiom for Supersize Your Business today was make time. And I shared 10 ways that we can create more time. Of course, it's impossible to create more time unless you've got a time machine. And if you do, please contact me because I would like to do some time traveling. I know that was just really weird and off the cuff. But I shared 10 ways that we can, and that I do find ways to be more productive, to get more time out of my 24 hours in a day. And if you're curious about that, you can ask me or see them on Supersize Your Business. Not going to repeat it here. So those are kind of the things I'm working on. Got some work done on my eyes yesterday. So obviously this is a filter with flickery lights. And for the next couple of days, no makeup allowed. So I will be using probably filters. I was going to show up just as me in this video today. No makeup, no filter. But I think I'll save that for tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll see how awesome I'm feeling tomorrow. Awesome. Mondays are awesome. So maybe Monday will be the day with just me. But my eyes are kind of swollen and puffy. So I thought, okay, I'll use filters today. Any questions? Any way I can help you? Any burning desire, burning questions about offline businesses in geez, I don't know, 27 different industries I've been in. So probably been there, done that, or know somebody that has. If you've got a question and are struggling, there's no reason to struggle. I was having this discussion with my son last night about struggling, and that struggling is absolutely and sacrifice. Actually, it was about struggle and sacrifice. And to me, struggle and sacrifice are absolutely optional emotions. I don't feel struggle. Do I have trouble figuring things out sometimes? Am I challenged? Yes, but that's not a struggle. For me, struggle is I'm tied up and I can't get out, right? But I don't have to struggle with things. If I'm moving forward and figuring them out and I'm problem solving, it's not a struggle. To me, it's just part of the process of becoming what it is or creating what it is that I want in my life. Sacrifice too. We had the whole discussion about that. If I am making a choice, I am not sacrificing anything. It's the whole discussion, and I was having this discussion with a friend the other day about opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is a made-up thing that we learned in corporate America and in business school to justify our decisions and choices and to help evaluate decisions and choices. But it's not a real thing. It's a made-up thing. Like so many things in our world right now, they're just made up. And we can make things up to empower us, or we can make things up to disempower us. If we think of things like FOMO, the fear of missing out, to me is a made-up version of opportunity cost that marketers made up to get people to have a sense of urgency so they would want to be involved in their activities or products or services or events, and they had a fear of missing out. I never once had FOMO in my entire life until I came into the online world, and marketers told me that if I didn't come to their event, I was missing out. And I was like, what is this nonsense? This is crap. This is just ridiculous. I am not missing out if I am making a choice that's right for me. So erase things like opportunity costs unless you're using them to move your business ahead and get your goals and objectives the way that you want, and they're empowering you. And FOMO and struggle and sacrifice and hustle and things like that. Just choose to define things so that they empower you, not so that they disempower you. It's my rant. All right, my offer is, if you have a question and you need help, ask me. Please ask me. I might not know the exact answer, but I guarantee I can help you get to the next step probably almost immediately. And that we should never be stuck or frozen or afraid to do the next thing we need to do to create the life that we want. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Sharon out.